When you have that moment where you lack the time or ability to ensure your success, it really can be disappointing, even with the smallest of events. This exact type of scenario occurred throughout my personal time at home just over a month ago. Basically, I wanted to achieve something small in a video game I enjoy, a small reward for a moderately large task in a miniature amount of time. The problem wasn't necessarily the loss of the item I thrived to attain, but of the missed opportunity under my own accord. This game called Team Fortress 2 surfaced the capability to earn some in-game items by completing tasks available during the Jungle Inferno update. These called contracts were accomplished by gaining 100 points through pursuing various goals. For example, capturing a point from an enemy team could earn you 15 points towards your contract main goal. Finishing the main 100 points in combination with the 2 bonuses available with each would apply a decent sum of points into what is called the Contracker, a device given to you when you buy the pass for the game update, of which will both track your progress over all of the contracts and, more importantly, actually allowing you to have access to those contracts in the first place, opening the opportunity to a total of 108 primary and bonus tasks throughout many contracts. Upon reaching 2,500 points, the player's contractor would upgrade to a bronze sheen, then silver at 5,000, finally a glorious gold at 6,840. Which could only be achieved by accomplishing 100% throughout the entirety of all contracts. This was definitely a reward I wanted to set to my game account. Parting the fact of how small an achievement it was, I still had a goal to achieve. By the time I had begun working on the contracts within the game in the first place, over half of the time I had access to was already gone through myself lacking the self-persuasion to actually start it all. Eventually, I came to terms to when the update would officially come to a halt, ending on the 11th of February this year, with me finding this information not even a month from the end. This golden artifact that I would later come to have seemed to not end up happening, but I was still hoping. On that date, all contracts would cease to exist, and the ability to upgrade one's contractor would be an impossibility to come by ever again. With half of my time on the update already passed, I had to work harder on completing the contract in time before it all ended. I only started spamming out gameplay in the masses of completion around the beginning of February. Still with the majority of the contracts and only having achieved bronze on the contractor, I had my obvious doubts on making it. With some persuasion for help from my friends, and spending more time within the game in my own time, the road to finishing everything seemed just that bit brighter. Even though we kept making definite progress throughout a few days, I still had a glimmer of doubt within my mind. It was now the 11th of February, the last day, a Sunday in fact, leaving me with weekend time to try my best at finishing what left I could. There had only been about 800 points to go at that time, and from needing to reach 6,840, I was very, very close indeed. After some research and knowing that the game's company originates from America, I found that this Sunday actually be our Monday, setting me yet another day to finish both the contractor and all of the involving contracts in time. Having the last day finally passing by, and still much left to be done, I had failed, and planning to tell my school friends about the loss. Only a bit later in the night, I decided to take a glance at the main TF2 update page to see any announcements on the end, and what I found brought a slight smile to my face, something I really did not expect. What was revealed explained how those who bought the contract pass would still continue to have access to all of the contracts and contractor completion rewards. This most definitely led me on to a grand sense of hope in achieving my goal. Something that, let's just say, I did achieve, and This is why I'm telling you now, because it was something I didn't expect. Something so subtle, something that avoided me from disappointment, something that just made that week that bit better.